All right, welcome back. Ninth grade AVID. We are going to go through the week 5 agenda and assignments, which should not be too much of a shocker to you this week. Before we get into that, I wanted to go over something that a lot of people have been asking about classes for next year. So here's how I'm kind of setting up next year. Um, I don't know if they're going to have a 10th grade AVID class. I'm still hoping that they're going to have one, but I keep hearing that we're only going to have one 11th and 12th grade class. So obviously, if we have an AVID 10 class, I'm going to be moving the majority of you into that 10th grade class as we move along. If not, if there is no AVID next year, which is a huge, huge bummer, especially considering all the progress that a lot of you have made, how you are becoming high-level academic students, it would be a shame to stop that progression right now. So what I'm trying to work out with Ms. Mitrovic, our principal, is that if there is no AVID 10 class next year, I'm still working to keep all of you into honors chemistry with me for next year. So I would be your honors chemistry teacher. So I'd still teach you through science, and I could still teach you some of the skills that we would be doing through AVID in the honors chemistry class while we're learning chemistry. But if we don't have an AVID 10 class, that would be the way to go. So if it's a perfect world, I would have you for AVID 10 and for honors chemistry. In an unperfect world, I'm hoping to at least have you just for honors chemistry, and then we can still be together. And then the year after that, should you be ready to go on the path to a 4-year university right out of high school, I would put you into either the IB program, if you're ready for that, or you would stay with me and come back to AVID for 11th grade, where we start working on college applications and all that good stuff. So I know there's been a lot of questions about that. As far as what chemistry class you go into, I'll be making those recommendations directly to your counselor. So I know a lot of you have asked, like, well, how does it work? I'll be making the recommendations based on how you performed in chemistry, whether you be going in honors chemistry. Honest to say, I would say like 95% of the people that are with me for first and second period AVID in biology will be with me hopefully for honors chemistry next year. So if for some reason you don't end up in honors chemistry with me next year, and that is still something you're looking to do, please come and talk to me or talk to your counselor. Actually, both would be best, and we'll try to work that out. Okay? All right, let's jump into our assignments this week to see what we got going. Like I said, shouldn't be too much of a shocker here. I'm keeping things in a nice rhythm. I'm not trying to throw any new assignments your way because I want you to just hone and practice and become better at the skills that we're working on. So what is the skill we're working on? Time management. Time management is the key, right? So we'll get to that in a second. Office hours, speaking of time, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 2 o'clock. Welcome to come ask questions, or you continue to text message me, Jupiter message me, whatever works best for you. All right, so we're gonna go over time management. We're gonna keep practicing that to just get it so perfect. And then questions and summary. We're gonna do a tagger this week to review those grades, because this is the last tagger before your grades become official. I don't know if you realize this, but grades are gonna become pretty much permanent in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So you need to do what you need to do to get those grades up before they become permanent. And then we're going to work on habit number 5, which is seeking first to understand before being understood. We'll get to that in just a second. All right, this video is right here, should you ever need to watch it again. All right, what do you need to get done this week? Make sure you log into Jupiter Grades, especially for me, your second period, because that's how I check to make sure that you are checking in with your classes. We're going to do a reflection, just like we did last week. We're going to do a new schedule, just like we did last week. You're going to do a tagger, which you've done before. Questions and summary, that's just a no-brainer. We do that every week. And then notes off of habit number 5. All right, so the reflection is the same. The prompt is the same. Why is it the same assignment? Because I'm hoping now we're in week 5. You've made a new schedule for the last 3 weeks. Hopefully your schedule is pretty on point at this point. So you know when you're waking up, know when you're getting work done, know when you're eating, like you have a routine going now. And so I'm hopefully this reflection isn't going to be anything new. It should be a lot of, yeah, this is working. Yeah, this is going great. Oh, this works out the best. I found out this is the kind of person I am. This is the kind of worker I am. I like to work in the morning. I like to work at night. I like to work on the weekends, whatever it is. All right, that's the goal of this. Why? Because the goal is to have you in college. And in college, you're the one having to figure this all out. When are you going to set up your classes? When are you going to study? When are you going to eat? When are you going to clean your house? When are you going to relax and go hang out with your friends? Okay, you have to figure all that stuff. You have to find that balance. And so we're practicing it now as a ninth grader. And so as you go through high school, you get better and better and better at it. And by the time you get into college, it's like, I know how to study. I know how to get this done. I don't have to learn this stuff. And then you're going to be set. That's why I'm doing this. All right. So then off of that reflection, you should make a new schedule for this week. Again, this schedule may look a lot. It might even be exactly the same as the schedule you made last week. Because at this point, again, you're running basically the same schedule, only tweaking it here and there. Maybe this week has got something different. Maybe, you're like, I want to squeeze in a little more relaxation time, or I'd like to do more work at the beginning of the week. You can make the twists and the turns and the adjustments that you need, but it shouldn't be like you're making a whole brand new schedule at this point. You should pretty much know what's working for you. But I give you the same steps. I give you the same video just in case you want to go through it again. All right, tagger, no brainer here. Link out to the tagger. Close those down. Again, it's going to look a little different than the one we use most of the year because I created a form in Office 365 instead of using Google Forms, but the questions are the same. Ninth grade, fill it out. Please make sure you put your percent as well as the grade. So don't just put A, put like A, 92%. Okay, that's just to kind of help, for you to see like, yeah, you might have an A, but boy, it's slipping. You're getting close to a B. You don't want that to happen. Okay, and then on the elective class, your 6th period class, I need the name with it too. So is it, let's say you're taking Spanish, then you give me A, then you give me 92%. Okay. Or if it's world geography or anything like that. Definitely count your GPA. Okay, we want this number. Where we'd like to be is at around 3.0 to 3.5. Okay, if you're higher than that, you are super awesome. Great job. If you are in that range, we're right on track. If you're below a 3.0, we got work to do. You really got some work to do in the next 2 weeks. And then compare it to what you had about 2 weeks ago. Just talk about that. Is it going up? Is it trending down? Where is it going? And then the situation, and then some reflection questions based on your situation. And when I say explaining what you're going to do this week, I don't want to see just like, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to do my assignment. That obviously is not working. Like, why would you say that? Like, put something specific. I'm going to contact my teacher and make sure that I can do this, or I am going to, start working on my math homework all on Monday so I can make sure to get it done. If you don't get specific, then you're not going to achieve your goal. It's like saying, I want to lose weight. I don't know how much. I don't know. I'm just going to lose. I'm just going to work at it. Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to try and be healthier. Like, you're not saying anything. You're not changing anything. And then you wonder why you don't actually change grades or change anything about your life. Until you get specific, it ain't going to happen. Okay. All right. So that's assignment number 3. That should be really quick. Assignment 4, questions and summary. Again, this is a no-brainer. That's what your names here are on the left-hand side. I have a million names, but you should only have your name here. Click on your name, go in your folders. Saji has been grading those and getting you the grades during the week. So make sure you're doing those just right. And then 7 Habits book. Okay, so habit number 5 this week is seek first to understand and then be understood. So basically what this is talking about is if you go into a new situation or you're like becoming part of a team or something, new job, new classroom, new anything, and you guys kind of do this in the first 2 weeks of school, you just kind of real quiet and you're kind of just listening and soaking it all in and like trying to understand what is going on. Okay, so you listen first, you absorb it, you get it, and then the second part is the part that some of us have to work on. Some of you are great listeners, and then you just kind of float in the background and don't ever say anything and you never talk or participate. Well, the second part is then to be understood. So you have good ideas. You have things that can contribute to the group, and you need to voice them. Okay, you shouldn't be taking a back seat to anybody. You're a leader. You're a positive person, and so you need to voice your ideas. Maybe they'll accept them, maybe they won't, but you need to at least voice them. And so this chapter is going to talk about that habit, about how do we listen, how do we really listen, not just be like on our phone, like, No, like actually understand what people are saying to us, ask good questions, and then make sure that our voice is heard back to that person. So as you read that section, take notes on it. Again, I have the PDF here. The link is here. Everything should be good and working. And so that is your week. Go back up to the list. Make sure you log in, a reflection, a schedule, a tagger, questions and summary, and then notes. Okay, you did one of these each day. You probably work for about 20 minutes a day at the most. Okay, or you could do it all in about like an hour and a half on one day. It's totally up to you how quickly you work and how effectively you get done. Do make sure to do the schedule, not to forget. Schedule should be done before you start working on anything or any class this week, just to kind of see if your schedule is doing what it needs to do. All right, that is AVID. And if you have any questions about this week's work or the class or next year, please come to office hours, reach out to me on Jupiter Message or text me. And stay safe and take care of your family.